Hello witches. Today I want to show you guys a little bit of an update on my femur bone wand. You'll remember I showed you my bone, my necromancy wand that I'm making. I told you I was going to carve it with symbols. Can y'all see that? Let me see here. If I can move this. A little bit better here. If y'all can see that. I carved it with a snake because that's what came to me to carve it with. I just inked it in with the marker, a permanent marker. Just one of these, y'all. A Sharpie. It's the fine tip one, so it goes in the lines easy. But I carved it with a snake. Y'all can see. So far, I'm not done yet. I just carved it with this so far. The snake represents kind of eternal life and rebirth and regeneration and renewal. I mean, it has other meanings as well, but it does have that meaning attached to it, the snake or the serpent. And then this little pattern here coming out from its tongue and mouth. And then, of course, with the, can y'all see that? With the red horned moon, which is the horned moon, the horned crescent moon with the horns pointing up, is symbolic of Hecate and her aspect as a Hecate Prytania, if I'm saying that right, which is the unconquerable or the invincible queen of the dead, where she is the one who rules the dead in the underworld. So I figured that would be a good symbol to put on here, if y'all can see that, to represent that, because I am a devotee to Hecate. I do work with her, and certainly I will be when it comes to necromancy. That's what I have so far, you guys. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this one. I have not inked it in yet on this side. Right here. It's just another, like a triangle type symbol that came to me to put on here. You guys, I'm just channeling whatever comes to me to put on this one. I'm just putting it on there. I am going to inscribe a rune, words of power, on this end, or on this side, and here. I'm probably going to attach something on here to make it like a rattle. You know, I was thinking about this. There's this little thing I have here, you see, with the bells on it. I was thinking of attaching that on here with some other stuff too, so that it could be like a rattle when I'm trying to summon the dead. So just different things like that. I'm probably going to attach crystals onto it as well. And like I said, I will continue to show you guys as that updates. But that is my human femur bone necromantic wand so far. Alright. Another little quick thing I want to talk about in this video. This is just going to be a short video, y'all. I am going to do the video next where I am talking about Hecate and voodoo. I know y'all are waiting for that. But like I said, I had to sort out what Hecate will allow me to share with you all on YouTube. I can tell you more than what I'm going to say in the next video if you come out to Facebook and talk to me personally. I'll be able to tell you more because that's just how it works when it comes to this knowledge that is from Hecate. It's not my own knowledge, y'all. I'm not sharing my own knowledge here when it comes to the voodoo and Hecate in the next video. That's her knowledge, so she limits me on how I can share it. So she doesn't want me to share it all publicly, where just anyone can see it. But I can tell more of it if you come out to Facebook and I talk to you personally and I discern that you're at a level that you're ready to hear it. I can share it with you, but I cannot share it all publicly. I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it works, and I do not disobey Hecate. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to show you in this video was I got a new book, y'all. I'm so excited that I finally have this book. A lot of my friends have been telling me that it's good. It's The Witch's Book of the Dead, if y'all can't see that. Here it's by the author Christian Day. So if I'm showing that right, it's by the author Christian Day, who is a witch that lives in Salem. Okay? He runs like one of the occult stores in Salem, or a couple of them. Hex, Old World Witchery. He owns that shop. And another one called Omen. And he also does the annual Halloween, I think it's on Halloween, the Witch Festival and Psychic Fair and stuff like that. That's a yearly in Salem. But anyways, he wrote this book, The Witch's Book of the Dead, and it deals with necromancy. So I was very excited to get this book and get my hands on it finally. I think I got it off eBay, y'all. Like I told y'all before, you can find a lot of good deals on occult stuff on eBay. And not necessarily used. You can buy brand new things on eBay, y'all, in case you didn't know that. I think I only paid $13 for it on eBay. And if you can see on here, the actual price for it is like, what is that? $21.95. Okay, but on eBay it was only $13. So, I'm a very thrifty witch, y'all. I will always try to find the best deals on eBay or Amazon and stuff like that. I've only gotten so far into it. I just barely got this book the day after Halloween, y'all. And I got to page 50 already. So Rich really isn't into anything in depth yet. It's basically saying a lot of stuff that I already know about necromancy and witchcraft, but I am excited to get to more of the meat of the book and kind of learn some things that I do not know yet about necromancy. So, just based off from what I've read so far, the first 50 pages, I would say get the book if you're interested in necromancy and learning more about working with the spirits of the dead. Definitely get this book. It's amazing so far. I will give a review of this book when I'm done reading it, when I get to the end of it, and when I, not only when I just read the book, but y'all, whenever I try to do what some of the exercises in here say to do, and some of the rituals and stuff like that, and when I do them and experiment with them and see how they work or not, I will do a review on the book, more in depth. So I just wanted to show y'all that, show you my bone, kind of let y'all know a little bit that I'm advancing myself on the necromantic path, so I'm very excited for that. The dark half of the year has always been my cycle of power. I've always been drawn to death, the macabre, skeletons and bones, just the afterlife, spirits, ghosts, the paranormal. I've always been drawn to all of that stuff. Even before I was even into witchcraft, I was drawn to paranormal things back in the day. So it's kind of like one of those things that whenever you get to the point where you start to acknowledge it and embrace it as a spiritual pathway, it's like one of those things that you just realize that you were connected to it all along, your whole life. And so I think I've always been connected to the dead and the spirit world. I want to share with y'all something. I'm going to go ahead and share it in this video because it came to mind. My first witch name, if you guys do that, if you come up with your witch names in meditation and stuff like that, every witch is supposed to do it because it claims a different level of power to your mind, to your psyche. It gives you a sense of power, of ownership over your life and over your soul. More importantly, when you give yourself your own name that you choose, it gives you more power when you go by that name and when you own that name. Because it frees a level in your mind that has been locked since you were born, and since you were born and just given this name and people just been calling you that and controlling you, really. So as a witch, you're supposed to make your own witch name. So the first witch name that I came up with was about 2 years into practicing witchcraft. I decided I was going to come up with my witch name, and I was meditating. I did like this intense meditation where you just lay down in your bed in pitch darkness. You don't go to sleep, but you just lay there in the pitch darkness and you let yourself like zone out and focus on your power itself, and kind of just allow yourself to just sink down out from your body, just down into the earth, into the underworld, which I did not realize that's what I was doing at the time. But it, like I said, it's one of those things when you get to the point where I am now, you just look back and you're like, I was connected with this all along. It just makes sense that I would be drawn to necromancy now at this new stage in my life. And I came back from that meditation with the name Ex Mortis, which I just took it as my name, Ex Mortis, as my witch name. And when I finally did look into that to find out what it means, I looked it up, the word Ex Mortis, on Google, and I found out that it was actually Latin words, which I don't know Latin, y'all. But it was actually Latin words. The word ex, E-X, means out of. Well, hold on. I think it means of. Yeah, it means of the, or it means out of. Those are the two different translations from it, from Latin to English. Of the or out of. And then the word mortis means either dead or it means death. Those are the two translations of the word mortis from Latin. So together, ex mortis means of the dead, or it could mean out of death. Okay? This is what the two different translations could mean of the name Ex Mortis. And I thought that was very odd back then, when I first got that name, and then when I looked it up and all that and found out what it meant, I was like, how weird that that would be my name. But I kept it for years. In fact, I've just kept it all this time until just at the beginning of 2013, in the spring, when I had that vision of Hecate where she renamed me as her oracle. She gave me the name Hecterios, which that translates to he of Hecate. So she did give me a different name as her oracle, so my name is no longer Ex Mortis. I think it's still very much relevant to me and my practices, but that is no longer my witch name. my new witch name is, is actually Hecate. But you're not supposed to tell anyone. I'm sharing it with you guys because I know you're probably all witches. And because I just trust in my own power that, and Hecate, that if anyone came on here and tried to do something against me using my witch name, Hecate would defend me and cause hell for whoever did it. But traditionally, you're not supposed to share your witch name because if someone knows it, they could have power over you. That's why you take a witch name to begin with, like I was saying before, because it's a name that you give to yourself that gives you control of your power. But I very much believe that with the name Hecaterios, which with being Hecate's oracle, I believe actually that Hecate is in control of my power. I'm not even in control of it. Hecate is. So I'm not worried that someone's going to be able to use that against me. Because they'd be going against the goddess herself. So I thought that was interesting. And then of course now I know how to communicate with spirits and all that, like a medium or with spirits of the dead through Hecate, which means that I communicate directly with Hecate only in my mind, telepathically, but she communicates with these dead spirits, and then she tells me what they're saying. So that's how I'm a medium. I'm not a medium like how these other people are, where they just communicate directly, telepathically with the dead. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I do. I do it through Hecate. Okay, and actually that's how I communicate with other spirits too. Hecate is like the messenger in between with other gods, with other spirits. I have directly talked with Papa Legba, just through telepathy directly without Hecate in between. That was weird. Just because, like I said, I've always only talked with spirits through Hecate, so it was kind of odd to me to directly talk with Papa Legba telepathically. He has his own distinct voice, and all that. I've talked to Oya, or Yansa, the different names for her, directly, telepathically. That's basically it as far as directly telepathically talking with deities. It's been Hecate, Papa Legba, and Oya, and that's it. And then with the other gods and spirits, it has been through Hecate. I have talked to Apollo, the god Apollo, through Hecate, the goddess Vesta through Hecate, or Hestia is another name for her. So, but anyways, as far as with communicating with the dead, that is what really kind of triggered me to want to get into necromancy. Again, like I said, I've always been interested in it since I found out about it and learned about it. But once I actually started to communicate with them, it's like it drew me in more to want to begin to start working with the dead. Not just like a medium, not just communicating with them, but to actually work with them as spirits that, you know, help you with spells and stuff like that. Actually conjuring and summoning them. So I'm very excited to be learning this new type of magic, y'all, and I will continue with the updates as I progress. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off. I'm going to be right back to finally talk about Hecate and voodoo, y'all. So, be right back.